What's going on YouTube? I haven't made a video in this area for a long time or even held the camera, but I didn't feel like setting everything up. My wife is kind of doing a whole remodel and everything's out of place right now, so I just didn't want to go there. But I want to talk about something today that I think is very important, and it's called being able to adapt to change. I think we have a problem in the country, in the cities and counties today. They're basically run by clean-shaven, Ivy League, majority white men, few minorities, who all have the same mindset. I mean, think about it. Most people who are in politics are lawyers, ex-lawyers, people who have a political science background, conservative thinkers. And I think that these people kind of see the world through their eyes and expect everyone else who may be different to just kind of go along with the system. Right? It's ridiculous. Let me give you an example. Let me break it down in simple terms. Some of you guys are over the age of 30. You see a kid rolling his skateboard through the parking lot. Some people may walk by that and say, yo, look at this little punk out here riding his skateboard through the parking lot. Not knowing that kid on that skateboard could be dodging from crime, or, I mean, not dodging from crime, but he could use that as an outlet not to get in trouble, and it's therapy for him, and he may have goals. He's exercising, he's hanging out with friends, he's active, he's not on a PlayStation sitting around getting big and eating junk food or whatever. He's doing something that he likes doing. He's expressing himself. Some people may not like people with tattoos. Let me ask you a question. Let's just say a guy was running for office. He had a mohawk and a tattoo on his neck. Would you vote for him? If his views were that of change and different, he was a different person, he was a sound person, didn't have a record, didn't have a criminal record, but just was different, didn't have the short haircut, didn't wear the suit, just was a different person. You see, sometimes you go to a place where everybody thinks the same. Everybody is the same. So you just want to step outside the box and not go to the mall to buy the same shirt that everyone else has on, and then when you walk in a room you say, hey, that's my shirt. No, that's my shirt. Where did you get it? TJ Maxx. Oh, TJ Maxx. But you walk in, you found a unique piece of clothing from the thrift store and you put it on, and all of a sudden people look at you and make comments like, what's that? Why do you have that on? Or they make fun of it. You know why they're making fun of it? Because everybody wants you to be a part of the group. Everybody wants you to be the same. I had a little incident with business. You guys know I put on this 5K. So we were doing a recap. And what bothered me about that meeting is that we had over 4,000 plus people at that event. We received 4 phone calls, negative phone calls. Do you know what that meeting was about? The recap of the whole event was about those 4 phone calls. Those 4 people who thought the music may have been too loud. They didn't like all the people running around the area. They thought it was too noisy. Even though these people elected to move downtown, where, correct me if I'm wrong, usually downtowns are noisy. Then I was talking to a gentleman who happened to be a tattoo artist, and he wanted to bring a tattoo convention to this area. And they sent a health inspector out, and they looked at the event they did before, and they said, man, everything was good. And he said, hey, I want to bring a tattoo convention here. What do you think about it? And the guy said, well, hey, I saw the way this event worked. I don't have no problem with it. So he's getting geared up to make flyers, put this thing together. And then all of a sudden he received a phone call from the city attorney. And this is exactly what they said. But before I even get to what he said, city attorney, guy who wears a suit, probably Ivy League, short haircut, that's what they all do, said, we don't want that kind of thing in this town. So I'm going to say no to that. America, which is full of all different nationalities, religion, and people. Right? What if, which in a sense we do, I was going to say, what if we had to follow just one way? If you go to Canada, in the military, there's a certain religion called Sikhs. Well, not a certain religion. The people that follow religion, they're called Sikhs. And they wear turban, which they don't cut their hair, and their hair is wrapped up in the turban, and they have long beards. And in the Canadian Army, the Sikhs are allowed to dress the way they are. They're allowed to drive buses just the way they are. In the U.S. military, everybody has to be the same. Short haircut, clean shaven. Everybody's one, no individuals. There's the best book that is ever written called Who Moved My Cheese? And it's about change, because I want to sum this up because I know I'm getting kind of long, but I want you guys to get what I'm saying here. Change is one of the most powerful things ever. If one was to study mankind from beginning to end, all you see is change. Some of you may advertise on Facebook. Then one day maybe Facebook is not the new trend anymore. Maybe it'll be Instagram, or maybe another program, something. But you have to move with the change. I still run into people who have businesses who are still stuck in 9/11. My business has not been the same since 9/11. They have the same business, the same product, haven't changed a thing, haven't diversified, doing the same thing because they're afraid of change. Change is bad. If you're one of those people that think change is bad, you're not living. You're in a dream right now. You're resisting something that's going to happen naturally. I'm going to leave you with this. The best form of education is getting a passport, getting on that plane, and going to a place that doesn't look like America, doesn't smell like America, the people don't look like they're from here, and learning that there's more than one way to do something. There's no such thing as this is the right way. And when it comes to life and living and business, there are many different ideas. So this is my opinion, and I hope you guys get where I'm coming from. We can start the debate on this, but I don't like conservative thinking. I don't like people who think that everything should just be the same, that They walk around, and I know I said I was going to end, but I got to say this part. They walk around and they judge people with the way that they think. I don't like that person. Have you talked to that person? You have black people that don't like white people because they think, I don't know what goes on, but they're afraid to talk to them, or they don't want to talk to them. You have white people that are afraid to talk to black people. Oh my gosh, they say things, I don't want to go in the ghetto because I'm going to get robbed. Have you ever been to the ghetto? There are people who are living in the ghetto on a daily basis that don't get robbed. Right? They've been living there for 20, 30 years. Same thing with Latinos. Same thing with any different race. You have certain races that walk around in groups with each other and don't want to move outside of that group because they don't want change. They want to move to this country and just be with the people that look like them and eat like them. Everybody's not changing. And if you're not changing, you're not growing. So with that said, guys, Thank you guys for watching this channel. I hope I didn't ramble on too long, but I think this is a powerful subject that we need to explore. So with that said, guys, thanks again, and until next time, signing off.